Hey everyone, my name's Kelvin and welcome to my video tutorial here. In this video I'm going to show you how to paint a watercolor kiwi slice with the Procreate app. And I'll put links to all the brushes and textures I use in the description here. The first thing I'm going to do is just open up a new blank watercolor texture document. And I'm going to do a quick sketch. So I've got a layer selected here. I'll choose a dark color and I'll grab the pencil here and just do a quick sketch. It's going to be about this big, and the kiwi has a center and it kind of has this, I don't know, white structure in the center, a lot of seeds, and then on the edge here there's a very thin, super thin skin, but throughout the slice here there's kind of this graduation where it gets darker, lighter, and then the middle is kind of white. So we'll start with this sketch and I'll make a new layer underneath the sketch here, and I'll choose a nice green color. Something like that'll work. I'm gonna grab the rough mop brush, medium size, and I'll just quickly fill out the shape here. Next, I'm gonna grab a little bit of a darker shade of green and a smaller brush size, and I'll just do some random shapes, kind of a little bit darker around the edge, a couple of random swipes in there. I'll choose a little bit of a darker one too, and just do a few sort of shadow swipes there, just like that. And then I'll grab a really white color, much lighter green, and just do some random details toward the middle here, as if it's kind of fading in. Maybe even a little bit lighter than that. Okay, that's pretty good. I think I can turn off my sketch now. And I'll grab my blender tool, the water blender, medium size, and I'll just sort of blend these swipes together a little bit, but I'm sort of pulling the stuff to the middle. I'm not just evenly blending it around. And I'm gonna leave a lot of hard edges, because otherwise it'll just be kind of boring if I just smooth everything out. So there we go. It's a little bit dark on the outside. It's fading in and getting lighter on the inside. Now I'll make a new layer on top of this, and I'll make a almost pure white color here. I'll use that rough mop brush again, medium size, and I'll just draw an oval in the middle like that, and I'll just do some sort of lines radiating out from it. Now I'll grab my water blender brush, set to a really big size, and I'll just pull it outwards. I think I'll do one more layer on top of that and choose a sort of very light green, but not quite as light as what we chose for this. There we go. So that's just the center of the slice here. Now I'm going to do some seeds, but just to keep everything organized, I'll just pinch these layers together, sort of merge them into one layer. I'll make one layer above that, and I'll choose black for the seeds. And in this case, I'll use the rough detail dotter brush at a pretty small size. And I want to be able to do these seeds in one stroke, and I'll just sort of put them between these white lines that are radiating out. And I'll just sort of alternate them like this. There we go, I've got my seeds in there. I'll just do a kind of inner ring of seeds, just so they all sort of start in the same position there, so I can sort of imagine a sort of oval there where all the seeds sort of radiate out from. And I'll try to keep the seeds off of the white and make sure I put them on the green area here. So those seeds look pretty good. This is almost done. I just want to add the sort of skin on the outside, but before I do that, what I notice is it does look a little bit flat. So I'm going to select our kiwi slice layer there, and I'll grab the selection tool and set it to freehand, and I'll do a random selection, sort of just getting this part of it. I'm going to feather that out quite a bit. I'll go to my hue, saturation, and brightness, and I think I'll raise the brightness. Maybe I'll darken it and saturate it a bit, and then I'll shift the hue towards yellow. There we go. I just want to add some variation of color on this kiwi here. So we'll do it again, just selecting a different area this time. This time I will lighten it. I'll lower the saturation and shift the hue a little bit towards blue. There we go. I just want to get some interesting variation here. Now from the center of the kiwi, it's sort of radiating out and getting darker towards the edge, and I want to increase that. First by making a circle here in the middle with the selection tool. I'll feather that out, and then I can go to hue, saturation, and brightness and brighten the inside of the kiwi here just a little bit like that. And now I'll make a donut-shaped selection using the freehand selection tool around the outside of the kiwi. So I drew a circle, but I didn't complete it. I'm gonna go in like this, just select the inner part of this kiwi slice, and there we go. And if I feather that one out, you'll see it lets me darken just the edge by going to hue, saturation, and brightness, and then lowering the brightness there, increasing the saturation. Maybe we'll push the hue a little bit. Now to do the skin of the kiwi, I'll just do that really lightly. So I'll go to my top layer here, add a layer yet on top of that one, and then I'll choose a color for the skin, kind of a light khaki color. And I'm gonna use the rough detail dotter, same one I used for the seeds. I'll do it pretty small, and I'll just I'm sort of pressing hard and soft, and I'll go around it twice like that, pressing hard and soft, because I want the variation of the line to be like thick and thin, thick and thin. Now it's too transparent, so what I'm gonna do is select that layer where we've got the skin, and I'm gonna duplicate it 3 times. So I've got these 4 copies all together of the skin. I'll pinch those together so they're all merged into one layer. So now it's super opaque and it's totally covering up the green. So what I'll do is I want to fix this though, because it ended up getting too dark. I want it to be a little bit of a lighter tan color. So I'll go to hue, saturation, and brightness. I'll raise the brightness, something like that. And this would be done. Let me know what you think. It's just a simple, kind of a fun project. If you have any questions or comments, just leave a comment on this video. But other than that, guys, thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you in the next video.